It is not news to us again that the politicians are preparing so effortlessly for the 2027 election. But today we will not be talking about APC, PDP with their coalition and all. We'll be talking about Jonathan, yes, the former president of Nigeria. Now, an ally who came out to let us know that he will be running for the 2027 election. Yes, he's going to be the PDP presidential candidate for the 2027 election, which isn't bad because coming from the fact that when he was in seat, he did a lot of good things. If you compare when he was in seat to now, you will see that there's a wide space of difference between his era and the current era that we are in. Now, the PDP have made, or rather addressed us to let us know that his coming back is to address the hardship and poverty in Nigeria. During his conversations, he made it clear if he'll be running for primaries or will be given a direct ticket for the presidential election. Now, from all sources gathered, it seems to us that he will be given a direct ticket for the presidential election. Now, he was a good leader, yes, because he was able to minimize starvation and hunger in Nigeria. But I believe there are a lot of things that needs to be put in play, that needs to be considered if he will be coming out for the 2027 election. Now let's start with the insecurity and insurgencies that happened during his time. Yes. Now when he was in seat, because Boko Harams, the Chibok girls, and all of those things were reasons why he was seen as, a weak president, because the insecurities were at a high level, the insurgencies were at a high level. You can talk about the Niger Delta insurgency, the Chibok girls, and all those other things. What are his plans to, eradicate insecurity in Nigeria? I can't be eating and not be safe. It doesn't make sense. So I believe that if he's coming out for the 2027 election, he should have a mandate, he should have a mapped out plan, a memorandum letting us know, okay, this is how I plan to eradicate insecurities in Nigeria. Then let's talk about the fact that masses believe that he was a weak president during his time. Some even go ahead to say that if he hadn't handed over to the next president after him, that a lot of things that are happening now wouldn't have happened. It's plan to change the narrative of the masses, because during his time there were a lot of names he was called on social media. A lot of persons had different names to call him. Now, that mindset of him being a weak president, is it giving us a new narrative? This 2027 is coming. Is it going to make us believe that, okay, I'm stronger now, I have the mind of my people, I believe that I can stand for them, those kind of things. Does he have a mapped out plan of how to change that narrative, even during his campaigns? Now, let's talk about the fact that you cannot vote without the North. Now, when he was president the last time, some of his votes that brought him into seat were from the North. I mean, he had a lot of voters from the North. Now, with everything that happened during his time, even the insecurities and the fact that the North believed that he just kept quiet on their own paths, does he still have supporters in the North? And if he doesn't, what are his plans to get their support, get their trust back again? Now, corruption. Remember the $20 billion that disappeared during his time. What are his plans to sort out the corruption within his caucus, within his people? Because you cannot fight corruption outside when inside your members, people you believe you trust, you can't even hold them tight. Corruptions are happening under your nose. So does he have plans to eradicate people who will not give him what he wants? Like, who doesn't follow his motto of giving Nigerians the best he can give them? Does he have plans to eradicate those people who don't have the mind of the nation? And how does he plan to eradicate them? These are things that I believe that he needs to put in place, even during his campaign and also during his time if he wins the 2027 election. Going forward, yes, he did a lot during his time, the good roads and many other things he did. But I believe that the PDP should take their time because the election hasn't started. I believe they need to take their time and sit down to, consider other persons, because now the youth of Nigeria don't want old people. They don't want people who have served before. They need a reformed, refurbished set of persons to rule them. People with a broader knowledge, people that understand the youth's pain. Now, except this is a recycling of politics, does he have the mind of the youth? And if yes, what is his plan for the youth? And these are many more, I believe, that they need to see that. And if he will run for the 2027 election, he needs to put drafted and constructed, mapped out plans of how he's going to run for the 2027 election. Now, I throw these questions to you. With everything happening, with his past tenure as a president, do you feel he has the chance of winning the 2027 election? I remain your host.